Hi YouTube, this is Anthony from 7 Education. In this short video, I will tell you guys how will your science IA be graded, okay, and what the IB is looking for, alright, and give you this overview so that you know how to do your IA properly. Now, first of all, we have 5 criteria in total, alright. The maximum score you can get is 24, as you can see right here. Now, your IA is really important, especially if you want to secure a grade above 5, you want to get a 6 or 7, because it makes up around 20% of your IA grade. Now, obviously, the grading is highly subjective, but could be a bit objective as well. What do I mean by that? Different schools would have, teachers in different schools would have different grading criteria and different grading standards. Even though they try their best to follow the IB IA marking rubric, still there will be some slight differences. So my advice to you is you have to understand your teacher, alright? You have to know how they're marking it, because you will always do some practice IAs before your real IA, right? And from the practice IAs, you have to give it your best effort and also look at where will your teachers give marks and where will they deduct marks, okay? So for our overview, we see, first of all, we have a personal engagement. Now, personal engagement has only been implemented for around 2 years. Basically, it wants students, instead of just using really typical scientific experiments, they want students to actually think about, is that something that interests or intrigues me? And then they actually plan an IA, an experiment on it, to test out the hypothesis and look at the results and find out the answer to their own queries or the questions that they have from a long time ago. Alright, so this is the personal engagement mark. How do we convey this? First of all, we tend to put it in usually our first 2 pages. Alright, we'll talk about why are we doing this experiment, how is this significant to me or to you. Alright, and also at the end of your IA, as you write up your whole core and stuff, okay, at the very end, you also put in, after doing the experiment, even though I could have done it better, and say how I could have evaluated and how I made my improvements, I now understand how this experiment how will that answer my question, okay? And so this is the personal engagement marks. Now, most students will get 1 to 2 marks. It's quite rare for students to not get any marks at all, unless they did not talk about it. Is that okay? So the next bit is exploration. This goes from setting a good research question, okay, running out the good background information, okay, and then look at the hypothesis, independent variables, dependent variables, control variables, and the steps of how to do experiments in a safe and ethical manner to get those 6 marks. Alright, so this is the overview on that. Now, remember to subscribe, because in my later videos, I'll tell you in detail on how to do each one. But let's carry on. For analysis, it's a bit different. Alright, this is about the data collection and processing of your results, and also to present it in a graphical way. Alright, it could be a bar graph, it could be a line graph, it could be a pie chart, whatever. There's many different ways to it. Alright, but you need to have good and clear tables with consistent decimal places or significant figures, which is appropriate for your experiment, and graphical representations and qualitative observations. Alright, and that's how you get 6 marks in analysis. Now, for evaluation, I would say it's the most difficult for any student, alright? Because inside you will have your conclusion on whether it answers your research question. The second bit to it is actually your evaluation, in the sense of what errors you have made during the experiment and how could you improve the experiment. And for a lot of students, they may get, maybe the range is quite, rated 2 to 6 marks. It varies a lot, but that's it. Now, for the final 4 marks in communication, it's really how you wrote this internal assessment in a really scientific way. Okay, for example, from a third person perspective, using scientific terminologies, all right, and also really logically spaced in a sequence. I will teach you all that in my subsequent videos. Okay, so basically, this is the overview. All right, in most cases, all right, people will score the highest marks in the first one, the second, and the third one. Okay, for communication, maybe they get 2 to 4 marks. That's also okay. But evaluation is the one that you have to be careful of. But anyways, I hope I was able to give you guys a great overview of how we mark IAs. And then in my other videos, you will see how to do each one in detail. Alright, so see you guys soon. Cheers.